I'm Richard Clarke. I record these talks every day as a way to deepen my inquiry. Listen each day and deepen your own practice. Welcome. I'm reviewing and commenting on the book Talks with Sri Ramana Maharshi. Today is from Talk 310, Part 2. Sri Maharshi continued, "Yes, all kinds of thoughts arise in meditation, but it is right. What lies hidden in you is brought out. Unless they rise up, how can they be destroyed? They therefore rise up spontaneously in order to be extinguished in due course, thus to strengthen the mind. A visitor. All are said to be Brahman. Maharshi. Yes, they are. But so long as you think that they are a part, they are to be avoided. If, on the other hand, they are found to be self, there is no need to say all, for all that exists is only Brahman. There is nothing besides Brahman. Questioner. Ribhu Gita speaks of so many objects as unreal, adding at the end that they are all Brahman and thus real. Maharshi. Yes, when you see them as so many, they are asat, that is unreal. Whereas when you see them as Brahman, they are real, deriving their reality from their substratum, Brahman. Questioner. Viveka is said to be discrimination between the self and the non-self. What is the non-self? Maharshi. There is no non-self, in fact. The non-self also exists in the self. It is the self which speaks of the non-self because it has forgotten itself. Having lost hold of itself, it conceives something as non-self, which is, after all, nothing but itself. In this dialogue, the questioner engages in a discussion with Sri Ramana Maharshi about meditation, the nature of reality, and the non-existence of the non-self. The Maharshi begins by saying that all kinds of thoughts arise during meditation, which is natural. He explains that these thoughts surface from the depths of one's being to be eventually extinguished, thereby strengthening the mind. Unless they rise, how can they be extinguished? My teacher says that these thoughts do not just rise up, rather, they are the products of vasanas, mental tendencies. To stop the thought, you need to dismantle the tendency. The tendency is based on, first, a misidentification, like thinking you're a body, then an incorrect idea based on this misidentification of where to find happiness. This idea motivates action, like, I am a body that likes chocolate, so to be happy, I need chocolate. The problem with this is that any pleasure and happiness you get in this way is temporary and fleeting. Soon you'll want more. The vasana is dismantled by knowledge, knowledge that resolves the misidentification. I am not the body, I am the self. And the knowledge that happiness that lasts comes from within yourself. So you learn to look within instead of trying to find happiness that lasts from the world. So thoughts coming up in meditation can, if examined, show you misidentifications to resolve and the need to find happiness within. Until and unless vasanas are dismantled, you will not find permanent peace or realization. If you seem stuck between an initial realization of the self and lasting, permanent self-realization, this means you need to work out your vasanas. Ramana says that meditation acts as a process of self-discovery, where hidden aspects of the mind and ego are brought to light, and so can be transcended. A visitor interjects, stating that all things are Brahman, the ultimate reality in Advaita Vedanta. Ramana concurs with this statement, but offers further insight. He suggests that as long as you perceive things as separate from Brahman, they should be avoided. However, when you realize the underlying unity of all existence, distinctions dissolve and everything is recognized as Brahman alone. This central teaching of Advaita Vedanta emphasizes the non-dual nature of reality. The questioner then brings up a passage from the Ribhu Gita, a sacred text in Advaita Vedanta, which discusses the unreality of objects and their ultimate reality as Brahman. The Maharshi affirms this perspective, explaining that when objects are perceived as distinct entity, they are unreal, asat. However, when they're recognized as manifestations of Brahman, their true reality is revealed. They derive their existence from Brahman, their underlying substratum. They are not real in their own right, but have the reality of Brahman. Finally, the questioner asks about viveka, or discrimination between the self and the non-self, between the real and the unreal. Ramana responds by saying that there is ultimately no non-self. Even what is perceived as non-self exists within the self. This distinction between the self and non-self arises only due to forgetting your true nature. When the self loses awareness of itself, it mistakenly perceives aspects of itself as separate, creating the illusion of the non-self. This dialogue expresses fundamental principles of Advaita Vedanta, talking about meditation, the reality of Brahman, and the illusory nature of distinctions between self and non-self. Through Ramana Maharshi's guidance, you are encouraged to transcend dualistic perceptions and realize your inherent unity with and as the ultimate reality, Brahman. So inquire, know yourself and be always free and at peace. Ramana Maharshi taught, "Who am I to reveal your true nature?" The book, Who Am I, is from early teachings where, in silence, he answered questions by writing in the dirt. I've studied this text for more than 30 years, and my comments help open the door to this teaching. I include practice notes and inquiry questions you can ask within yourself. I've put this in a small book, Who Am I, with comments. This book is now available on Amazon. If you have Kindle Unlimited, it is free. A link is in the video notes. These videos bring Ramana's teachings into your direct experience. Click subscribe to see more. Click thumbs up to like, and send questions and start a dialogue with a comment.